Hello, I've had some questions on stones on Farming Simulator 25. How do you get rid of them? Do you have to get rid of them? And what do you do with them? And are there any mods to help me out? I'm Farmer Teacher. We're going to answer these questions and maybe a few more. Let's get into it. Okay, first of all, I got a field here that's freshly harvested, and I'm going to run this plow over it. And that's to generate some small stones. I'm going to show you some hints too about what generates what size stone. Okay, and how you can not generate them if you don't want to. Okay, now look, he's plowing the field, and you can see where he plowed, it's leaving some small stone. Okay, so while he's doing that, let me show you on the menu. Okay, if you go to game settings right here and go down, and you have crop destruction, periodic plowing, and right under that you have field stone. And right here is where you turn them on and off. If you don't want to deal with them, you can just turn them off and you don't have to deal with stones. But if you have them on, you're going to need to do something with them. Okay, and one of the questions I had is, if you have stones turned on, do you have to pick them up? Well, yes, because if you don't, it's going to cause more damage on your equipment and it's going to cost you money. And if you do pick them up, you can sell them and get a little of that money back. We're going to plow this field and we'll be right back and show you how to get rid of these things. Okay, check it out. Look at these stones here in my field. Look at that. So you don't want to leave these here and plant with them down there. It's going to damage your equipment more. If you look at your field preparation, see how it's all spotted there? Those are stones. And the more colorful that is, the worse it is. Okay, those are medium stones. But I still don't want to run a planter through there. Now, you could do it a little bit and get away with it, but what you really want to do is go ahead and collect those. So what I have here is a stone picker. Okay, let me show you on the menu. If you go under vehicles down to soil cultivation, the very last category is stone pickers. Okay, and there's only one that's standard on the map right now in Farming Simulator 25. These two are mods, and we'll look at those in a minute. So right now I have this one. It's $56,000. It gathers up 2 cubic meters of stones. You need 120 horsepower to pull that 5.5 meter wide swath at 9 miles an hour. So let's see this puppy in action. Okay, I'm going to open it up. And we're going to let him go collect the stones. And another cool thing it does, if you have a plowed field, you can see there it smooths the field out. So when you go to plant, you got a little smoother surface to work with. So that's kind of cool. And it is picking up the stones there. I've got 14 liters of stones, 15 liters, and there you go. So we're going to finish this field and we'll be back. Okay, we're done collecting our stones. Look at that. The field looks wonderful. No stones. We got 491 liters of stones, and this is a 1.87 acre field, so you can do the math there. Now, let me show you something else, though. Okay, so we have our stones. Now, what do you do with them? You can just go sell them. If you go to prices, go down to miscellaneous, all the way down to stones. Okay, you're going to see where you could sell them. Okay, and how much you're going to get. Now, the cool thing is the price doesn't really change much. You can see there, it doesn't really change month to month. It's pretty much the same all year. So whenever you collect them, you can go sell them. So we had some choices there, the dredging boat and the cement factory. Or you could buy a production facility. So let me show you. If you wanted to do it, if you go to construction, the factories. Now, the big one here is a lot of money. It's $370,000. And I have that just to show you. Okay, it's right here. Let me just show you. You're going to need a lot of stones, okay, to keep this thing running. Because it holds 240,000 liters of stone. Okay, like I say, we got 491 liters after this field. So you can play with the math there. You're really going to need to be mining to supply this big cement factory. However, for $37,000, you can purchase this one. I'll show you in the menu. And it holds only 24,000 liters of stones. And you can make cement bricks, cement bags, and roof plates. And then it has an extra thing where it uses wood chips for some of these. I don't know why you'd want to do it because it doesn't increase the amount of bricks you get or cement. So I would just sell my wood chips. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Makes no sense, really. But there you go. It's in there. It's just looking for something to get rid of them. But I would sell them instead of putting them in here. But anyway, you can make cement bricks, cement bags, and roof plates using those stones, okay? And then you make a little more money than you would just selling the stones. So for 37 grand, okay, that's it right here. It costs 37,000 bucks. not too bad of an investment. It's going to take you a little while to get your money back, but it gives you something to do with them to put all your stones in. So I'm just going to run these over there to the small one. Now I can dump them right here, okay, like that. Now if you're out in the field, I let the AI run this thing, and then what I'm going to do is pull a trailer behind it. So if my field was big enough where I had more than 2,000, maybe I'll show you next time. And I'm just going to pull him up there behind it like that. And then I'm going to dump these into the trailer. And then once he's emptied, you know, he'll continue picking up the field so you don't lose your spot. Now, if the field's plowed, you can see where you were. If it's not plowed, just cultivated, it's harder to see. I'm going to show you some data here in a minute, too, on how this thing plays out as far as getting more stones. All right, let me show you something else. Let me cover a little bit of information about where the stones come from and what causes them, okay? You have two main types of cultivation. You got plows and you got cultivator division, okay? Under plows, you have regular plows, spaders, and subsoilers. Regular plows produce small stones. Spaders produce small stones. Subsoilers normally produce large stones. Under cultivators, you have regular cultivators, shallow cultivators, disc harrows, power harrows, and direct sowing machines. Okay, as far as stones go on those, the only ones that produce them are regular cultivators. So if you don't want stones, if you have it turned on but you don't want them right now for whatever reason, you can use a disc harrow or a shallow cultivator or a power harrow or a direct sowing machine, and it's going to press them back into the ground and you won't see the stones, at least for right now. Okay, so that gives you an idea. If you want a lot of stones, then use a subsoiler and you'll get a lot of large stones. Or a plow will give you small stones. Or a spader or a regular cultivator will give you small stones. So there you go. So let's take a look now at some mods that's going to speed this process up. Okay, check it out. Let me show you a mod that's going to help you out. So if I go to the menu under Stone Pickers, I've already got this mod loaded. I'll show you. Here's the standard one there. It's a Scorpio 550, and it's 5.5 meters wide, goes 9 miles an hour. But I've also loaded this from the Mod Hub, and it's not a cheat. It's just the next size up. It's the Scorpio 710, and it goes 9.5 meters wide at 10 miles an hour. It's 1 mile an hour faster and a good bit wider. It's going to do your stones a lot quicker. And then I got a kind of a, not really a cheat, but a way to do this with another mod that I'm going to show you. Okay, so we got the larger Scorpio here. And by the way, it holds twice as many rocks, stones. It holds 4 cubic meters instead of 2. So that's a good bit. Okay, now let me show you what I'm going to do. I have my plow here, which is a mod. Let me show you that. Okay, it is this, the Lizard Subsoiler MT. Okay, Lizard Subsoiler MT, and that's it right here. And you got different widths. I got the 9 meter width because my stone picker is 9.5 meters wide. So what I'm going to do is hook up to this on the front of my tractor. Now it calls this a subsoiler, but it's actually a plow. Okay, it's actually a plow. So what I'm doing is I'm plowing the field, and then my stone picker is picking up the stones at the same time. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So in one pass, I can plow the field and get the stones. That's pretty cool right there. That's pretty cool. All right, let me show you another way to do it. Okay, this next mod now is a cheat. It is a cheat. This is it here. Let me show you on the menu. That's it right here. Once you have the mod loaded, it's the 8450 Windrower Pack. And I did another video about it picking up straw and grass and stuff. But it has also a stone picker one. So for $125,000, and you can turn off the arm collision thing that keeps you from getting tangled up in trees in a small area. And you can add a cover, and the standard capacity is 50,000 liters. You could go to 100,000 and even 500,000 or a million. I don't know why you'd have that many stones. So I just got the 50,000 liter capacity here for 125,000. You need 250 horsepower to pull that. Let's see how this thing works. So my field here has been plowed, but it has quite a bit of stones because I went a few iterations without picking them up. So there's a lot of stones in there. But watch how easy this is. Pick up this field. Okay, once again, it's going to smooth out the plowed field so you can see where you've been. And it's picking up the stones. Okay, my other stone picker took a while to get all these stones, but look at this guy. It is so wide and it's going so fast. I'm going 15 miles an hour, and it just makes short work of these stones. I could have almost done one pass there, but I didn't want to miss any. Probably could have. That would have been done. And these were heavier stones, so capacity-wise, I'm already up to, 1,300. So on a big field, or you're playing by yourself, this is a pretty good cheat to help you speed things along and pick up stones quickly. And you can let the AIs do it, and it's pretty quick. It works great for straw and grass also, but it does have a stone picker one like this. And there you go. Look at that. We are done. Okay, so that's it. That's all my stuff to keep you from being stoned. So anyway, I'm Farmer Teacher. Share this with your farming buddies. Maybe they don't want to be stoned either. But that's all about stones on Farming Simulator 25. I'll see you on the next go-round. Bye-bye.